That was Harion, the Taekwondo Club at Hana Academy Seoul. We thank them for their opening performance. Welcome, everyone, students, teachers, and distinguished guests to the 14th International Symposium. I'm your opening MC, Kyonu Park, currently a senior at Hana Academy Seoul. It is my utmost pleasure to participate in such a prestigious event for the second year in a row. At this time, let us express our gratitude to our planning committee, our operation team, our academic support group, our cultural exchange team, our moderators, and of course, all our participants and teachers. Each and every one of you have made this event possible. This year's symposium regards digital citizenship for future generations. We are experiencing firsthand that technology evolves much faster than humans do. We are struggling to catch up with the newest technology and face obstacles along the way. Clearly, the digital world is exerting a heavy influence on our everyday lives and will continue to do so at a much greater degree. Acknowledging the benefits of technological advancements such as the internet and social media, we must also fully regard its setbacks and seek solutions. For that purpose, we are gathered here today to discuss youth-led initiatives for promoting digital citizenship, policies and regulations on digital citizenship, and digital well-being. With that, I hereby declare the opening of the 14th International Symposium. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Kae-sung Cho, our principal at Hana Academy Seoul, for a welcoming address. Please welcome Mr. Cho.
Honorable guests, greetings and a warm welcome to everyone participating in the 14th International Symposium at Hana Academy Seoul. Despite the vast physical distances between us, we have come together once more in the digital realm, exemplifying our commitment to knowledge sharing and global collaboration. I am deeply honored to welcome each of you who has joined us from all corners of the globe. Since Hana Academy Seoul opened its doors in 2010, our commitment to maintaining this prestigious international event has not wavered. Despite the challenges COVID-19 along the way, the fact that we are gathered here in the virtual space today is a testament to the power of resilience and collective effort. I trust that this symposium will bring an enriching and enlightening educational experience for all. Our world has been through digital transformation era. This evolution has brought unprecedented opportunities, but also new challenges in terms of digital well-being, policies, and regulations on digital citizenship. Along with these digital advancements, we see a rise in youth-led initiatives championing digital citizenship. Indeed, navigating this new digital landscape requires collective wisdom and mutual cooperation. As we delve into these themes over the course of this symposium, I encourage you all to engage with these complex issues, fostering dialogues and brainstorming solutions together. It is crucial to remember that while our digital world can sometimes feel vast and impersonal, at its heart, it is the product of our shared humanity. I firmly believe that the symposium will serve as a dynamic platform for stimulating conversations, challenging old paradigms, and fostering a sense of global digital citizenship. In this digital era, it is more important than ever to understand the values of empathy, respect, and collaboration. Let us use this opportunity to learn from each other and continue working towards a digital world that is safe, inclusive, and beneficial for all. Thank you all for being present in this online event. I hope that this symposium will not only inspire you, but will also provide you with the necessary tools to make a positive impact in our rapidly evolving digital society. May you have an enlightening and fulfilling time here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cho, for the warm welcome. Next, we welcome the principals of the other participating schools.
안녕하세요. I'm Mamoru Takezawa, the headmaster of Waseda University Senior High School. We feel greatly honored to be connected with Hana Academy Seoul. I would like to share my message to the Hana Academy, but this message was created by ChatGPT, not myself.
Today, I would like to send a heartfelt message to our sister school in Korea during this special moment. Our schools share significant cultural and educational values. Our students are going through a crucial phase becoming global citizens through education for the future. Our schools share the desire for the students' success and happiness.
That's enough. This is fake. Again, this is a message created by ChatGPT and not myself. Very well done. It's a perfect example, but it's totally fake. During the symposium this year, my students will discuss about how we should deal with ChatGPT and AI. I hope you will join the discussion without using ChatGPT. In order to build a true understanding and true friendship, do not fake yourself through discussion, but speak on your foot. Thank you, John. Good luck on your adventure.
First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to all administrators and organizers of the 14th International Symposium on Digital Citizenship for Future Generation, hosted by Hana Academy Seoul. Raising awareness about digital citizenship is essential in today's world, especially for younger and future generation, as it brings numerous benefits. It teaches and honors that our students and teachers from Srinakharin Virod University ประสานมิตร Demonstration Secondary School have had an opportunity to participate. These events allow them to strengthen their critical thinking and presentation skill and well as international collaboration. I have high hopes that this international symposium will be a great success and foster stronger connection. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Fong, the principal of Holy Trinity College of Hong Kong. I would like to express my gratitude to Hannah Academy Seoul for inviting our students to join the International Symposium. My students told me that they learned a lot from the online symposium last year, and they are really looking forward to the symposium this year. I strongly believe that all participants today will bring stimulating ideas for us in the area of digital citizenship. As the pandemic situation is under control now, we are looking forward to interact face-to-face with students from different countries in the near future. Once again, thank you for inviting us and wish the International Symposium a great success.
Good morning, students and teachers. I am Yang Liu, Director of the Beijing Bai School International Department. I am honored to send this message through the Hannah Academy's annual International Symposium to all the participant students. Beijing Bai School, located in the core area of Zhongguancun Science and Technology Park in Beijing, China, was founded in 1947 by Marshal Nie Rongzhen, one of the top 10 marshals of the People's Republic of China. It is now a modern school with 76 years of history. Beijing Bai School is a municipal model high school accredited by the Beijing Municipal Commission of Education. The school consists of an elementary school, a junior high school, a senior high school, and an international department, and it has become a large-scale educational group with 5 campuses. Distinguished alumni of Beijing Bai School include the Chinese President Xi Jinping. As the critical component of Beijing Bai School, the International Division was initially established in 2013 by Beijing Bai School and Shattuck St. Mary's School in Minnesota, with the current U.S. partner school being Oxford Academy in California. The International Department offers grade 10 to 12, building a solid foundation for Chinese high school students to study in foreign universities. The school is currently an authorized AP school by the College Board, an authorized TOEFL and IELTS test site, and an authorized GAC course center and ACT site school. As of 2023, the International Department has graduated more than 500 students in 8 classes, most of whom went on to study at the top universities in the United States. Rooted in the motto of Beijing Bai School, inherit the past, explore the boundaries, and Bai School value integrity, rigor, reliability, love. The educational goal of the International Department of Beijing Bai School is to balance the insights of modern Chinese and Western education together to cultivate global innovative talents with a strong sense of national pride and cultural confidence, and firm foundations in science and humanities. We aim to support students in developing the core 21st century skills and competencies that will enable them to succeed in foreign universities and return the confidence to contribute to the mother country upon their return. This is the second year the Beijing Bai School students participated in the symposium. All my students devoted a great deal of time, energy, and hard work during the topic research preparation. I am proud of all my students who try their best, challenge their limits, and fulfill their potential. They are here today. They've made it. I feel confident that today's students will significantly benefit from the 14th Hannah International Student Symposium. The topic of digital citizenship for future generations will lead them to reflect deeply and exchange vigorously. I hope you all have a productive symposium. Thank you.
Hello everyone. 안녕하세요. My name is Masatoshi Oi. I'm the principal of Oyu-Gakuen Girls Junior High School and High School. I went to Hana Academic High School 6 years ago. At that time, I led the student to Hana with other teachers. This is the book we used at that time. The title of text was The 8th International Symposium News Media. Everyone researched hard on that year's social issue. Also, I was happy to see the students getting along with each other. There are my good memories. The Hana Symposium is held online this year. Please have a good time. Thank you. 감사합니다.
I am Hideki Fujiu, principal of senior high school at Otsuka, University of Tsukuba. I am very pleased that the Hana Academic Symposium will be held again this year. Although this is the last year that the symposium will be held online and students from many countries will not be able to meet face to face. We hope that it will be a success, taking advantage of the unique feature of online. We sincerely hope that this meaningful international exchange conference will be continued in the next year and beyond. Thank you.
Hi, this message is from Mahidol Vitiyanusaran School, a good friend of Hana Academy Seoul. First of all, I would like to congratulate all of the organizers on the 14th Online International Symposium, and a very great theme for our people, our new generation, our next generation, the digital citizenship of future generation. I think this is a wonderful way of expressing the way of the world at the moment and the advancements of all the technology. People are collaborate digitally, and basically they come up with innovation for the world. This is such a wonderful opportunity. Thank you very much, especially for Principal Jo K-song for giving us this opportunity.
Dear principals, teachers, and students, I'm Jiang Lifeng, Director of the International Office of the High School affiliate to Xie Jiaotong University, Xi'an, China. It's a great honor for me to speak at the 14th International Online Symposium this year on behalf of our school. I want to express our gratitude for inviting our teachers and students to participate in the symposium and extend warm greetings to all the participants from different schools. In this rapidly changing digital world, it is essential to address the challenges and responsibilities that come with the privilege of living in a connected society. The younger generation is at the forefront of this digital revolution. They are growing up in a world where the virtual and the physical are intertwined, where online interactions are as important as face-to-face encounters. The topic of this symposium, Digital Citizenship for Future Generation, aims to share diverse views on this issue. It provides a valuable opportunity for participants to communicate with and learn from each other. I'm confident that our students will benefit from this significant event, just as our delegates have had in the previous symposiums. This symposium will have a profound impact on them. I would like to extend my special thanks to the organizers and teachers from HANA Academy for your hard work and efforts in making this symposium possible. To all the participants, I wish you a rewarding and fruitful experience. Lastly, I wish the 14th Online International Symposium a great success. Thank you.
We thank everyone for such warm welcomes. Now I will introduce the participating schools. As always, students from all around the world have joined us today for this year's symposium. I welcome all 253 students from 11 schools. From Bulgaria, we have First Language School. From China, we welcome Beijing Bai School and the high school affiliated to Xi'an Jiaotong University. Also, we welcome Holy Trinity College, Hong Kong. We have 4 schools coming from Japan. First, we have Waseda University Senior High School, Kaio Academy, Oyu Gakuen Girls Junior and Senior High School, and finally, Tsukuba University High School from Japan. Last but not least, we have 2 schools joining from Thailand. First, we have Shinakaran Murat University Sarmit Demonstration Secondary School. Finally, Mahidol Wittyansoran School from Thailand. Last, we have the hosting school of this year's event, HANA Academy Seoul from Korea. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to everyone participating. Before we start our academic sessions, we will have a keynote speech from Professor Sungcheol Kim of Korea University's School of Media and Communication. Professor Kim is the director of the Center for ICT and Society, the Smart Media Service Research Center, and the Digital Platform Research Center. He is also co-editor of Digital Business Journal Elsevier, an associate editor of Telecommunications Policy Journal, and one of the board members of the International Telecommunications Society. Professor Kim got his PhD in telecommunications at Michigan State University. He will be giving a lecture about digital technologies and social problems, how to solve. Now, please welcome to the stage, Professor Sungcheol Kim.
Good morning. I'm Sungcheol Kim, School of Media Communication at Korea University. Thank you for inviting me in this prestigious event. It's a great honor to be here and to share my experience and knowledge for you. And today I'm going to talk about digital technologies and social problems, and especially how to solve these problems. And this is brief agenda for today. I will have a kind of warming up session. And then I'll talk about Korean leadership in digital ecosystem. And then I will explain the secret source of Korean success in global digital ecosystem. And then I will explain the dark side of digital technologies. In other words, the social problems from the digital technologies. And then, so what? How to solve these problems? That should be the final agenda for today. The first, when I give lectures, always I share this kind of remarks. The mediocre teachers always tell about something. Okay, this is digital technologies. This is social problems. But good teachers always try to explain why you need to learn about digital technologies. Why you need to understand the social problems from the digital technologies. But superior teachers always try to demonstrate with some evidence or the concrete cases. But great teachers always try to inspire or motivate because you learn, you study. Okay, the teacher's role should be inspire or motivate. Today, I'm going to try to motivate you or inspire you, and then after my lecture, you can study or you can learn, okay, based on inspiration from me. That's the reason for me to be here. Sorry. The first part will be the Korean leadership in the global digital ecosystem. Why Korea is the IT powerhouse in the world? We are so advanced, okay, in network technology. Korea has most advanced network in the world. We have 5G network, okay, and sorry, could you remove the okay. We launched the world first national 5G network in April 2019, and the subscribers of 5G network reached almost 30 million people, okay, in April of this year, and it's almost 60% of our population. And what about device of our country? Samsung Electronics leads the global smartphone market with almost 30% of market share. We are #1 in smartphone market in the world. What about leadership in platform market? How many countries has their own language-based search engine in the world? Maybe United States, or maybe China, or Russia, and maybe Korea. In Korea, Naver still ranks first in the search engine platform. And in 2018, Naver's market share was 75%, but this year it dropped about 56%. Google's share is increasing. It's about 35%. After MS announced a kind of ChatGPT, Naver is worried about the loss of their market share. Still, they are leader in the search engine market. What about mobile messenger platform? KakaoTalk has about 80% of market share. It's amazing. What about our content leadership in the world? Okay. Squid Game, the drama, collected 6 Emmy titles 2 years ago. And what about K-pop? BTS has most #1 title in Billboard Hot 100. Okay. And what about not a group? As a solo, Jungkook and Jimin got #1 title. And Korean Wave and its fandom, the number of Korean Wave fandom reached about, I think, 100 million population in the world. And global presence of Korean webtoon is enormous. Look at the pictures. The left one is the webtoon's headquarters in the Los Angeles in the US, and the right one is the advertisement in the metro station in Paris. I had a chance to visit Paris a few weeks ago, and I was shocked to see this kind of advertisement because Korean webtoon by Naver has this kind of advertisement in the heart of the Paris, in metro station. It's so amazing because Korea has this kind of advertisement to promote our content in Paris, in Europe. Thus now, Korean webtoon has global presence. And Korean webtoon has a kind of one source multi-use strategy. We have webtoon And based on webtoon story, we made drama and movies and maybe story or books. And what's the secret source of this success? First of all, we have the best ICT infrastructure. We have good network, wireline and wireless. And we have good presence of homegrown local platforms. US has the big tech platform dominance, and China has platform autonomy. But the EU countries don't have any platform, their own platforms. Thus, they have a kind of their own regulation and policies to defend their markets. But Korea has our own homegrown platform, technologies and services. So we have homegrown local platforms, and we can defend our market. And we have great creativity. And we have #1 content in kids content on YouTube. We have dramas and movies and K-pop musics in the world. And our webtoon, as I said before, became a kind of rich IP sources in the world. And based on our webtoon IP, we can make a kind of drama and movie and the other content. It's a kind of source of transmedia. And Korea has a kind of high production expertise. We have good digital content expertise, and we have good studios, and we have good utilization technologies. Based on this kind of production expertise, we can make good dramas or movies which can be sold in the world. But despite this main part of my talk today, we have to address the dark side of digital technologies. In other words, social problems. First of all, Korea has a kind of first mover disadvantages. We invested a lot. We invested a lot of money and time in digital technologies, but we have to experience a kind of first mover disadvantages. Let me explain about 5G technologies. We installed and invested 5G in the world. First, based, but we experience a kind of lack of 5G killer applications, business cases. Where can we use 5G networks? For OTT consumption or gameplay? But we don't use 5G network for more productive business cases, because we have to find the killer application or business cases. What about Netflix or the other big tech dominance in our market? Even though we have local digital platforms in some areas, like including search engines or mobile messenger market, in OTT or social media market, we have a kind of US platforms dominance. For example, in OTT market, Netflix increases its dominance. Netflix has more than 40% of market share. We have local players, but they are losing money and market shares. And what about fake news? We have good digital technologies and infrastructures, but some people make fake news, misinformation, by using this kind of good advanced technologies. And fake news became a kind of social harms and problems, which can be a kind of crime against peoples and maybe destroy our democracy. Freedoms. And what about digital sex crimes? Digital sex crimes targeting minors, especially teenagers, also increased significantly. What about explicit photo shoot or video shoot? Inserted graphics increased a lot. This big social problems right now. And malicious online comments are increasing. We read news online, especially on the internet portal site. People write and read online comment, and some online comments are malicious, and malicious comment can be a kind of crime against our democracy or well-being. What about privacy risks? Digital technologies raise concerns over consumers' private information, and thus we have to make a kind of some good technologies against privacy risks. Filter bubble is a kind of new problems, social problems, because filter bubble problem, we can be exposed to any limited information. People are exposed only to opinions and information that conform to limited beliefs on this online environment. Illegal copy is another social problem in Korea. Korean drama and webtoon have become on latest speed. We make this kind of original content, but they don't pay for this content. And about 20% or 30% of our content can be illegally copied. And digital divide is a kind of problem. And blind people have accessibility issues. What about elderly people? When you make order in kiosk, elderly people normally spend 8 minutes, but young people only spend 1 minute. This is a kind of digital divide problems. Gaming addiction can be a kind of another social problem. Thus, we have to solve this problem. And so what? How to solve these problems? I think that digital literacy is required. Digital literacy refers to the skills and abilities needed to use the available digital technologies. We need a kind of telescope perspective. We should see in the long term. We should have a kind of microscope perspective. We should have a kind of perspective in details. We should have a kind of endoscope perspective. Thus, we should raise this literacy among teenagers, among students. In order to have digital literacy, we have to study. Research is to ask the right questions. If we ask the right questions, we can change the world with the right answers. Okay, let me introduce some examples of the research. This is one of my research about malicious comment. Okay. This research proved that rule change caused online commenting activities. Okay. Korean government tried to introduce a kind of regulation against malicious online commenting, but I rejected. Instead, we changed the online portal rule change, and the rule change caused online commenting activity. What about this research show that how elderly people feel about and respond to kiosk in fast food restaurant. And what about the blind people? Okay, they need a kind of problem in looking at the webtoon image. And we invented a kind of correction algorithm to correct the original image to more accessible image like that. 사람이 가려서 몇 분 남았어요? 끝나면 되나? 2분 남았어요. 오케이. 20분 남았어요. 남았어. 빨리 갔네. And what about this research? Okay, and this research found that demographic characteristics of the malicious commenters. Okay, and I asked the neighbor, the largest internet portal of Korea, and to give us a kind of the online commenters profile, and we got the online commenters profile, and we tried to find the who tend to be a kind of malicious commenters. Thus, we analyzed their characteristic. Who should be a kind of malicious commenters? And we found that older people and 50s and males tend to be malicious commenters. And then among online commenters, only 3% should be malicious commenters. And then we can prevent only 3% of malicious commenters. And that's all. The other can be good commenters. Okay, this research can be a good example. And this is a kind of deepfake research. Deepfake is a kind of misinformation. They change the image of the K-pop girl groups, the photos. This is a kind of good, bad attack for the celebrity. We researched how general online users feel about this kind of sexual harassment or attack. And this kind of research is explained how people feel about this kind of harassment. And based on this research, we can find a solution against this kind of misinformation or deepfake like social problems. And what about metaverse? People say that metaverse or the virtual reality can be good space for minors or handicappers. And maybe physical disabilities want to construct their identities with avatars in metaverse. But we have questions like that. Okay, they may disclose their identity, physical handicaps, exactly or not. Okay, because in virtual world, okay, there should be a kind of harassment or attack, like the real world. Thus, we ask people, the people with physical disabilities, okay, do you want to disclose your handicaps or not? Thus, this research explores how people with physical disabilities want to construct their identities with avatars. And based on this research, we can have a kind of course how to build virtual reality for handicappers or for minors, something like that. Digital literacy or research basic study can be a kind of good way for us to fight against social problems from digital technologies. Look at the photo about lighthouse. Lighthouse cannot save the ship or people in the sea, but they can show the direction for the life. If you study and if you have a kind of digital literacy, you cannot maybe save the life, but you can show the way to save the life or to save the society. Through this symposium, you may share your knowledge, your experience, and you can study together, and you can learn together, and you can make maybe social experience together, and then you can make direction or make guidance toward the social problem solution. There was a kind of a famous soldier named Hannibal who attacked Rome. He failed actually, but he left this kind of famous word. We will either find a way or make one. Okay, we have to find a way, or we have to make one. Okay. Through this symposium, you should find a way, or you should make one. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Kim, for the insightful lecture. I believe the lecture gave us an opportunity to think about Korea's role in the digital age, and also gave us an intricate understanding of the threats that comes along with digital technology and media. So now at this time, if the panels have any questions for Professor Kim, you should raise your hand and unmute to ask questions. Young Choi, if you have a question, please ask.
Yes, hello. I would like to first of all thank you for your meaningful speech. And I have a question about ways that solutions about the digital problems.
Okay.
So you introduced us some research topics that were conducted in order to know more about these digital social problems.
Okay.
But I have a question that as high school students right now, it's in reality, it's hard for us to conduct such like deep and advanced research. So what are ways that we as high schoolers right now can do to foster a more healthy digital environment?
Are you in Korea or in which country?
I'm in Korea.
In Korea? Okay. And what kind of topic are you interested in? Could you explain any specific topic?
Well, I'm interested in social problems like one of the topics I was most interested in that you talked about was the inequality in using digital devices like kiosks. I'm interested in those topics. Also, I have more interest in business.
Okay. And I think the research can be done by anyone, regardless of age or any qualification. Even elementary school student or middle school student or high school student can do research by their own capability, and thus it's up to your intention or your willingness. Thus, I think high school students should or can do your own research, independent research. It came from your question. If you have right question and good question, okay, it's almost half done. And then you can refer to existing literature, or your mentor or your maybe seniors, and then you can go ahead. Just try to have good question, and then you can go ahead. Just yes, in summary, you can do and you should do. Okay, and then your research can solve the problem. Okay, try. Okay.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for the question and the response. I think that was very insightful. And we also have a question from one of the attendees. How do you think about the short form trend nowadays? There are a lot of short form content such as TikTok, Shorts, Reels, and as an internet user,
Sorry.
I felt to be impatient and keep waiting for shorter and more exciting contents as I watch more and more short form contents. And the question is asking for your opinion on short form contents.
Okay, it's good. It's good for fun, and okay, we should have a variety of content, short form or mid form or long form, because any format or form content has its own values. So we should have more formal content. We should have more informal content like short form content. But when you enjoy short form content, you should be cautious because there's no filtering system. Okay, for example, when you enjoy broadcasting content, there should be a kind of editing process or filtering process, okay, any quality control process, like journalism process, and the content should be verified and filtered. Okay, and somebody checked and verified the content, and there is no harm or risk regarding the content. But what about the short form content? That's fast, maybe instant, and maybe funny, but maybe the content can be harmful or maybe attacked or maybe dangerous. Okay, thus it has a kind of two faces of a coin, risk and fun all together. Thus we should be cautious when you enjoy short form content. Thus, okay, every phenomenon has two faces of a coin. Thus it has pro and con all together. Thus when we look at the short form content, you should think about advantage of this content. Okay.
Thank you for the answer. Professor has told us about the benefits and the harms of short form content.
Yeah, especially for educational purpose, I don't encourage the short form content.
Of the short form content. So we have another question. So we had another question, but she's having technical problems right now. So if there are any other questions from the panels at this time, please raise your hand.
Good questions so far.
While we're waiting for someone, if I may ask a question to you, you listed a lot of problems that comes with digital technology advancements, and I was wondering if there's like a priority to those problems, like which problems are more important or should be tackled before others.
Okay. Every problem should be serious and important and significant, but I think that the problems involved with or in minors, social minors, or maybe the handicappers should be addressed more because they are minors or social workers, right? Because we have to pay more attention to teenagers or maybe the handicappers because they have little resource in the world and they have little attention in our society. Because we should respect more. Okay.
That's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
And okay, so we have another question from a panel. Seo Seung-kyung, you can turn on your mic and ask your question.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I had Wi-Fi problems, so I came to the other room to ask the question. So I was curious about the regulation about malicious comments that you mentioned. And may I ask exactly what implementations were put on the regulation? Because I wasn't aware that the malicious were being regulated in the government, and I was curious about what ways were being used.
Okay, two reasons. First of all, political reasons. Okay, in the election times, the political parties try to manipulate the online comment regarding the political news to win the game, win the election. Okay, to avoid this kind of the political war manipulation. Okay, they actually remove the function of the online commenting. Okay, that's the first purpose. And second, okay, if the malicious comment is against the celebrity, like Sully or the famous sportsman, okay, they may have commit suicide, okay, kill himself or herself. That's why we kill the function in sports section or the entertainment section. Okay, they try to regulate online comment in entertainment news or sports news sections. Okay, because of the online comment, malicious comment in entertainment news section. Okay, people kill themselves, right? There's two reasons: political manipulation or the suicide, okay, of the celebrities. But if we kill the online comment functions, we may kill democracy itself. Okay, thus we should find another way to control the malicious comment. Thus we try to find the way through the research.
Thank you so much for your answer.
Okay.
Thank you for the answer. We have another question from Sonenju. Sorry.
Okay, good question.
What do you think about AI ethics? There are many difficulties in making a rule. Can it be impacted?
Yeah, AI has been evolved and still being evolved, and it's a kind of tool, okay, which is invented by human being, and we should take advantage of AI, and it's a kind of default option, and it means that, okay, if we use AI well, it can be a good friend, but if we use this in bad purpose, it can be weapon or disaster against our human beings. And it means that, as you mentioned, we should have good guideline or ethics or the law or legal system or regulation, okay, regarding AI. But there is no basic research or the social consensus regarding AI. Thus, we should, okay, start to study about AI and talk about and discuss about AI. It's in early stage in discussing about AI, and we should set up, okay, AI ethics and maybe legal system and so on. Thus, we started. Thus, technology should go with this kind of legal institution or the culture and so on. Okay.
Thank you for the response. If there are any other questions, please feel free to type them through the chat feature or raise your hand if you're a panel.
I like these questions.
Thank you. Okay, we have another question from a panel. Soyurim, you may ask your question.
Or firstly, I really appreciate for your lecture, and my question is about some problems, like such as fake news and digital sex crime, malicious online comments, and privacy risks. And about these digital problems, as the digital world advances against the future comes, how do you expect that rather these problems will increase or decrease? Um, this was my question. So,
I think she was asking if, as times advance, if these digital problems will be better or become worse for humanity, if we should be optimistic or pessimistic.
It depends. Because technology will be advanced more and the problem should be more serious, but I think we will be more prepared. Okay. It depends. Okay. We should be more well prepared. Okay. If we study more and discuss more and more well prepared, okay, even though the problem will be more serious, okay, we will be okay. But if we are not prepared, okay, there will be disaster. Okay. It's up to us how we be prepared, how we, okay, are ready. Okay. It's up to
thank
us.
you for listening.
Thank you for panels and attendees for the active Q&A session. I think there were some good questions that were given, and the professor has given us some answers that may help us throughout the symposium, and just as digital citizens in the future, and as high school students. With that, I think we can now wrap up our keynote speech and the Q&A session. Thank you again, Professor Kim, for the lecture and the insightful words.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The Q&A session. Thank you. Okay, so lastly, I will be giving you a few announcements on how our sessions today will be run. This year we have 2 sessions, each with 7 sections from A to G. The first academic session will begin at 11 a.m. in Korean Standard Time. If you're in Thailand or Hong Kong and China, please be aware of your time zones. Right now it's 10:36 in Korean time. We will be starting in 24 minutes, so you may have a short break after my announcements and start under the moderator's guidance at 11 a.m. sharp. And after our first academic session for an hour and 30 minutes, we will begin our lunch break in Korea and a break for an hour from 12:30 to 1:20, and we will be resuming our second academic session at 1:30 a.m. Korean Standard Time. And after the second academic session, once again for an hour and 30 minutes, we will all be gathering into the Gather Town link that should have been provided to you earlier. And in that Gather Town link, we will be commencing with our poster Q&A session, and we will be wrapping up our symposium event with the cultural exchange and the closing ceremony as well. All that will end at about 6 p.m. Korean Standard Time. And also please be aware that the sessions with 4 teams may end slightly later than scheduled. And yes, the links for the Zoom calls that you need to go to have been provided through the invitation letters on Gmail, and they're also available on our symposium website for this year. So with that, let us now conclude the opening ceremony, and observers and presenters, please move on to your respective Zoom sessions through the links provided. We hope you all have a great time today. Thank you.